What's up, guys? I'm Franco, packed and ready to go here. Today we're talking about how failure shows us the way by showing us what isn't the way. So tune in, grab your coffee. If you want to grow your brain and figure out how to navigate through life, and you love Disney World, you found the right channel, you found the right guy. I'm happy to have you. So let's get into this. How to fail successfully at whatever you do. That might sound ridiculous, but you need to be able to fail well in order to succeed at whatever you do in your life. And today we're talking about a chapter in Ryan Holiday's book, The Obstacle is the Way. And this one's all about failure. So if you want to learn from your mistakes rather than repeat them, you found the right channel. Clearly I love Disney World. Check out some of my other videos. Please like and subscribe. We'd love to have you join this community of like-minded people who love Disney World and they want to improve their lives. I want to be better, I want to learn more, and I want to grow. So I can be a better human being and a service to everyone around me in my life. And of course, I want to get to Disney World as much as possible. We love Disney World. We love books and we love reading, knowledge. And we're hoping to find like-minded people who want to be part of a community, who share their knowledge, their growth, their learnings, their blessings, their faults. I know this failing too well. When you fail at something, it can be so discouraging. It happens almost every day. I almost didn't make a video yesterday because not that the videos didn't do well or do good, but I was feeling a little bit discouraged. Sometimes you wake up feeling a little discouraged, and it's hard to put one foot in front of the other for whatever reason that it might be. But I take note of that, and I say, all right, well, let me take a breather for a few minutes or a few hours or the day, and then my true passions come out. So my morning of a failure turned out to be a blessing of a day, and that's a win for me at least. I don't know if you've ever been through something like that, but failing is a big part of our lives. Being comfortable with failure and not letting it ruin your day can totally transform your life as it has mine. So when you fail at something, it can be very discouraging, but failure and success are two sides of the same coin, Ryan says in his book. I love that. The obstacle is the way. It sure is. He says that one way not to benefit from failure is to ensure that we don't learn from it. That's so true. Everybody fails constantly, daily, hourly, minutely. The key takeaway from this is to learn from our mistakes, to learn from your mistake, to learn from my mistakes. I'm trying to improve a tiny bit of every video that I make, maybe my speaking, maybe the way I'm pronouncing my words, my pace. I'm hoping that I'm improving. We'll find out. You know, these things take time, but I'm at least being mindful of what I'm putting out for content and the effort that I'm putting into them. I'm trying harder with each video, to say the least. It might not resonate right away, it might not show, but these tiny little tenths of a percent that I'm trying to improve and I'm being mindful of, they'll start to add up, hopefully, like everything else has in my life. So more importantly, don't get overwhelmed. Don't get overwhelmed when you make a mistake or you make a failure. Just make sure you learn from it. Take a note of what didn't work. Take a note of what did work. A lot of us are just going through the motions. We'll fail and just keep on going without actually recognizing what led us to that failure. I just added a new video file to my videos, so like and subscribe will come across the screen. Now, we didn't have that for the first 90 days of our channel. Now we have it. We're gonna place it, see how it works in the video. I've already noticed that in a couple of my shorts that where I sit like this, the video would be too up here. The video file would come up here to say like and subscribe. So this morning I sat back a little bit and I adjusted myself accordingly. I will play with that, see how it looks, and I'll adapt for next time. The point is to just get out here and keep on going. As you're taking notes, as you're learning and trying to improve on each step. In my case, each video that I make. That's the goal. It seems to be working. So I resonate with that. I make note of it. Okay, pay attention to this, make that adjustment, make that improvement. So failures have been teaching me this whole entire time of what not to do, how I can improve, and stack up good things on top of each other. And that's what I want to do in all aspects of my life. I want to be the best that I can be. And if I can't, I want to know how and why so I can fix it that way. It's all about our attitude. You need to have an attitude where you're willing to learn, you're willing to listen, and you're willing to be super flexible in what comes our way. Me and my brother will bicker about certain different things, but I'm always listening, and I hear him when he talks. Same with anyone that I speak to. I'm not just waiting to speak. I want to learn from what they said so I can be better at my failures, so I can improve on my life, even if I don't agree with what they're saying. I take their opinion seriously, otherwise I wouldn't be spending the time to engage in a conversation. Just like I take what I'm doing here seriously, talking to you guys, no matter how many little the viewers are. I put my heart and soul into this. And if someone was to give me feedback, serious feedback, I would listen, think about it, and process it, as any human should. I don't just dismiss the information that I hear with these big ears, These aren't just for looks. These ears, they're for more than that. So when you fail at something, don't get overwhelmed, don't get upset. He talks about when startup companies, for instance, come up with a new product. They release their MVP, their most viable product available. It's their first edition. Say for the iPhone, the first one that comes out, didn't have all the features that I was supposed to have, but they release something, boom. For instance, this pen, put it out there. It might not have everything that we want, but we want to know why this isn't working. So they release it to the market so that they can find out what is wrong with this. They don't want this first edition to succeed, because then they won't know why it succeeded. They want this to fail when they put it out, so they can take the feedback and the information and make this the best version of itself. And that's what we can do with our lives. Not everything has to be perfect. You don't have to have the perfect YouTube channel, the perfect dream job right at the moment, but put yourself out there. More importantly, be open to the reception and the feedback that people give you, and make improvements to get you where you want to be in your life. I got the backdrop. I got Disney vacation scheduled. I'm reading books. I'm trying to improve day to day, week to week, being of service, being a better human being. And honestly, guys, it seems to be working out. I have no complaints. If you want to improve your life, listen to some of the stuff that I have to say here. If you don't like this type of channel, the information is out there. There's something for everybody to be learned. You can always grow your brain. So that was my perspective on failing, that was my perspective on failing. When you're trying something new, you put it out there, you keep on trying, you fail and you succeed a little bit, and you learn each time. You go ahead and you take the notes and you improve on each model that you can create, and you apply this to all points of your life. I'm applying it right now as I'm talking to you into the camera. I'm reading my notes. When I'm in my car, I'm listening to an audible. I stop, I pause, I say, hey, take this note down. I know I'm talking to the phone, I do a dictation. I come home, I edit it. All these little things add up. Nothing's gonna be perfect. It's okay to fail. Once you get going, the failures just become part of your day. Just know that you're following your dream and you're pursuing your passion. It's just all part of the game. It's like when you're playing, for my instance, a soccer game and you're down 6-0, the team's killing you. Guess what? You're failing at that moment. But there's nothing better when you make a comeback. Everybody likes a comeback story. I know I certainly do. My life is living proof of it. So I'm just glad to be here to share this information with you. Yeah, this is good. The definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over again without the ability to improve. I love that. He says people are too caught up in their egos, in their soft bodies, and their hard-headedness. That's a shot at people, that aren't doing much with their lives. But we've all been there. Be grateful for when you are. Be grateful for when you're not doing much with your life, because you never know what someone else is going through. But if we all try to be better human beings, the world would be a better place, that's for sure. I want to learn. I want to grow. I want to know how to do this better. I want to make the best videos as possible. I want to have an impact on whoever I come in contact with in my life. From the people in my family that I see daily to the people I meet in the street that are pumping my gas. I always say that. Be kind to the people that pump your gas. I got a Christmas tree for the guy at my gas station. That guy's the man. He's always there for me. Something happens with my car, he fixes it. When the car fails, I bring it to him. If I fail, I want to fail well. And when you fail at something, the world is giving you feedback. You need to listen and go about it in a different way. Take notes, and improve no matter how small at a time it is. It doesn't matter how little it is. Yeah, that's true. Lessons come hard only if they fall on deaf ears. That's good. Lessons come hard only if they fall on deaf ears. I love this quote. Shout out to Ryan Holiday. Masterful book here. I can't wait to read some of his other books. I'm having a hard time getting through this one. It's very in-depth. My dad would always say as a kid when I was growing up, if you would just listen to me, everything would be easier. If you would just listen to me, everything would be easier. How many people out there have had someone in their life say, if you had just listened to me, right? It's always easier when the shoe is on the other foot, but when you're actually going through your struggles in life, it's hard to put yourself in someone else's position, for me at least. Any of you have a similar story like that, with your parents telling you to listen or someone telling you to listen and you didn't? And sometimes it bites you in the ass, and then sometimes you don't listen and things work out. That's what we call a blessing, guys, so take note of that as well. And you can always turn a negative into something positive. You can always turn a failure into a great victory. No matter how bad you're down, you can always turn it around. You can start right now, today, this moment, and change your life, that's for sure. Make sure tomorrow finds you further along than today. Another great statement. This book is full of great knowledge. I love that. Make sure tomorrow finds you further along than today. That's good. Yeah, failure shows us the way by showing us what isn't the way. Woo. Failure shows us the way by showing us what isn't the way. That's good. See, once you get filming, you start talking. I get comfortable. It's always like every time I make a video, it feels like the first time I'm doing this. I get that little anxiety, that I'm about to fail. And then I get going and I get comfortable. I get, it's like, dancing, How you doing? But yeah, I'd rather be at Disney World. What a good place that is, Disney World. Ooh, there ain't nothing like it. And when I hear people say they don't like it, it's because they're going there with little kids. That's for sure. Nothing against little kids, but I wouldn't be at Disney World with them. Like under 3 years old. It's a lot of work. People got a lot of courage. I give it to them. If I had a hat on, I'd take it off to them. Failure shows us the way by showing us what isn't the way. Failure puts us in places that we have to think our way out of, he says. I like that. Basically, when you feel a certain way, it obviously doesn't feel good, but if you take the positivity out of it and you learn from it, you can change your life, and that's what this channel is about, going after your dreams. No matter what anyone is saying to you, make it a reality. If you're not out there hurting anybody and you're trying to help people, there's nothing wrong with that. Gratitude goes a long way when you're failing at something. Remember to stay grateful about this stuff, guys, and be humble along the way. Ask for help. I'm asking anyone out there, if you have any advice on how I can improve my speech, my videos, my editing, I'm open to ideas. I would love to hear some feedback, How you doing? But yeah, it's Sunday afternoon. I gotta go pick up firewood with my father, go get some groceries. My diet is very important to me. I want to thank anyone that's been tuning in. I'm very humble and grateful for all 660 odd so subscribers that we have. I can't even believe it's only been 100 days and we have that many. Not that that matters, but it is nice. It feeds your ego. Honestly, it does. And I try to be an egoless person, but it makes you feel good when you're helping people. I'm trying to put out a good, positive message out there for the youth, for the people that are broken. As I was broken before, for many years of my life, I was a broken human being for more than I haven't been. So don't ever think that I'm standing on some pedestal up here preaching down on people because, listen, I'm barely holding it together, and that's okay. I'm mindful of that. I have good people around me. I love making these videos. I love learning. Yeah, so I just want to thank everyone out there for tuning in. If you watched, if you liked, if you subscribed, I'm glad to have you. We're just getting started. There is no end to this. We're 100 days in. I got a Disney World trip December 1st, March 1st, May. Every 60, 90 days, we're going to be doing fun stuff. We're going to be going over these books. If anyone has any good ideas for anything, let me know, please. And I'll run them by my mother. Maybe my brother with the little hands. But yeah, I want to thank everybody. I want to be a better human being. I want to be of service. And that's really it. Guys, thank you for tuning in. I'm Franco. We're packed and ready to go. Remember to stay humble, stay blessed, and be grateful. And more importantly, make sure you call your mother. Have a good day, guys. I'll see you on the next one.